He had everything money could buy, and yet he felt absolutely nothing. A good job, a decent apartment, a fridge full of groceries he barely touched, 5 streaming subscriptions, 2 meditation apps, even a gym membership he hadn't used in months. By the world's standards, he was winning. But on the inside, he was empty. So one afternoon, he did something strange. He didn't check his bank balance. He didn't scroll through stocks. Instead, he asked himself one question: what actually brings me joy, and how much does it really cost? He grabbed a notebook, ran the numbers, and scribbled a formula that would change everything. Pleasure divided by cost equals true wealth. We usually define wealth by how much we have, but maybe real wealth is how little we need to feel full. Because getting $100 worth of joy for a single dollar, that's 100 times return. But spending $10,000 for 10 minutes of peace? That's just expensive emptiness. The equation is simple, but it changes everything. The lower the cost, the higher the return. If you know how to enjoy what costs almost nothing, you're already rich. Over 2,000 years ago, a man named Epicurus figured this out. No spreadsheets, no net worth calculators, just wisdom. He believed the richest person wasn't the one who owned the most, but the one who desired the least. He ate simple bread, spent time with close friends, and felt completely abundant. His goal wasn't to maximize pleasure, it was to minimize pain, to reduce the volatility of desire. Because every desire comes at a cost, the risk of not getting it, or the fear of losing it once you do. And if your pleasures are expensive, so are your disappointments. If your joy depends on money, then so does your peace. We live in a world that trains us to want more, to confuse price with pleasure. A $1,000 dinner must be better than a home-cooked meal. A vacation in Bali must be better than a walk in the park. But is it? Thoreau once said, "That man is richest, whose pleasures are the cheapest." He lived in a cabin, alone, with nothing but the trees, the wind, and the crackle of a fire. His idea of wealth was the ability to feel full without needing more. Zhuangzi, a Taoist thinker, most people spend their lives chasing what the world praises: money, fame, recognition, and avoiding poverty, obscurity, stillness. They forget how to simply be alive. They stress, they strive, they panic, even after getting what they wanted. They become slaves to their own pleasures. Not because pleasure is bad, it's expensive. Money, time, tension in peace. Here's the real danger of luxury. It raises the bar for happiness. You start with a $5 coffee, then it's $50 brunch, then $1,000 weekends, then private islands, and one day you realize you can't feel joy unless you're burning money. That's not wealth, that's dependence. Some of life's richest pleasures cost almost nothing. A walk in the park, a favorite song, a book that stirs your thoughts, the sound of laughing. These moments are cheap, sometimes free, but their pleasure per cost ratio infinite. Epicurus called these static pleasures. They don't come from chasing. They come from not needing to chase at all. You don't need to add more. You need to subtract less. We all love novelty. There's nothing wrong with travel or good food. But if your joy depends on those things, if they become your only source of peace, then you've built a palace with no foundation, and it won't take much to bring the whole thing down. True wealth is feeling full, not because you bought something, but because you don't need to. Next time you reach for your card, ask yourself, what's the real cost of this joy? And is there a cheaper joy already within reach? If the answer is yes, then maybe you're already richer than you think. If you're still with me, thank you. It must mean you want more. Share this video with those you love. And thank you for your time. And I hope You have a truly wonderful day.